Hi folks, this is Bryan Torresani. I'm the head baseball coach at Arcadia University, and I'm here today with Figure It Out Baseball. This is the second part of our mini-series on base stealing. In the first part, we talked about how to get our primary lead at first base and what we call our old school lead. In this part, I'm going to talk to you about how to return to first base properly. We do this in a couple different ways. I'm going to show you the most popular way that we do it, and that's with a step and a dive, and there's some mechanics there that we want to talk about. And real quick, I'll walk us through a little bit of that old school lead again and how we get it. We go right, left, shuffle, shuffle, and set our feet, okay? Now I'm out here at 12 feet. If you're a high school coach or if you're a high school player, the first time, if this is the first time you ask one of your players to do this, they're going to seem like they're pretty far away from first base. This is something that has to be practiced a lot. We paint lines on our field so that our guys know exactly where 12 feet is. We give them a freebie around the bases in our inter-squad game, so if they get picked off, we let them stay there without a penalty. Pitchers hate it, but hey, we're working on trying to get better, so it's something that we do. When we talk about returns to first base and the mechanics of returns to first base, there's a couple important points to help you have as much success as possible, all right? One of these points is gonna happen with our feet, the other one's gonna happen with our arm. We want our right foot to go, just kind of swing outside of our body, and we want our right arm to swing in close to our body. So it looks like this, okay? The reason for that is this gives us a good base to be able to push off from and slide and glide, hopefully somewhat gracefully, into first base. If I bring my right foot kind of inside my body here, I'm not in a really good athletic position to make a powerful move into first base. So it's a little bit of a swinging gait. It's something that's going to seem a little unnatural to your players at first. You got to practice it. We'll have our guys, even with socks on their hands, whatever the case may be, pull their sweatshirts down. They know we're going to dive every single day, all right? And it looks a little something like this. Okay. You can see as I make that dive that I'm sliding on my chest. I'm sliding for the back part of first base. And when I complete my slide, my head is looking towards the outfield or down the right field line. We're looking for the baseball. We're also looking to protect our head, okay, and our face. All right, so our head's always going to be turned out towards the right field line, okay? That's just kind of your standard return against a right-handed pitcher, especially if he's got a pretty good move, all right, where we're gonna kind of swing that gate. Again, I'm out here in my old school lead, I'm gonna swing that gate, get in a powerful position. I'm gonna fire my arm in here so that I can work towards the back of the bag, and I'm gonna dive back. Left-handers are a little bit different, at least the way that we teach it. We still want our guys to get out here to their 12-foot lead. We do give them some leeway, but if they pick up the move early, we actually want them to go back into the base standing up, and we want them to go back in to this inside corner. The reason for that is most left-handed pitchers, if they miss on a pickoff throw, are going to miss high and to the arm side. So it's going to miss this way. So if I'm a first baseman, I got to reach across and up to make a catch on a bad throw. So as a base runner, if I can come into the inside corner of the base, right, that first baseman is going to have to reach around me, and that's going to be a tough play for that first baseman. So, footwork-wise, we try to ask our guys to do what's comfortable. One thing we do teach is kind of a big crossover and a bound into the base, or something like this, right? Where we're kind of crossover bound right for that front corner. It's a little tricky, especially for some of the shorter guys. Crossover, bound, I'm into that front corner. He's gonna have to reach over me to be able to make the catch. You should practice returns as much as you practice your steal starts, if not more. You're going to handle more returns to first base than you are steal attempts. So it's important that you practice those as much as possible. Could be 5 a day. There's a lot of days we just do 5 returns. We're going to go 5 old school returns against a righty. The next day we might go 5 old school returns against a lefty. But regardless, you got to be able to be comfortable out here at this 12-foot mark to be able to get back to the base safely. We want to be low risk and high reward with our base running. We don't want to make outs on the bases, so that's one way to help prevent that. Again, I'm Bryan Torresani. I'm the head baseball coach with Arcadia University. I'm here with Figure It Out Baseball. Hopefully you'll tune into my next video, which is going to be about steal starts at first base and some of the mechanics on how to perform steal starts.